Hello and welcome in. My name is AquaFay, and this is a brand new series. We are going to be playing some Minecraft together, but we're going to be doing it in the version of Sunlit Valley, which is super similar to Stardew Valley if I have any Stardew Valley lovers out there. So here is where we have spawned in. Let's go ahead and look at our map here. So as you can see, we get part of the world shown to us. Not all of it, but we do get part of it. So here is that. And as we go around, we're going to find where a good spot to settle down is. But before we do that, we did spawn by a structure, which is really great. But right before I go visit that and become a little loot goblin and get everything, we're going to go ahead and take care of these couple plants down here. So our main goal is to get currency, and currency is how we're going to pay for everything. So I will go over some of the other mechanics once we find a spot to live, but for right now, let's go loot. So here we are kind of going around, looking at what's here. We do have a chest, and we get a couple things from this chest here. Now, in order to break the chest open, we do need to crouch down. I'm also going to take both beds, as they will come in handy later. Ooh, there's lots of chests over here. So we're going to go ahead and grab everything from these chests. One at a time, and barrels. As you can see, you can already see some currency. We are already making money, and our goal is to make lots and lots of it. Want to try to make sure we get all the barrels and all the chests. I do like that there's also a lot of ore. I'm not going to focus on that right at this moment, but we definitely will need to come back and get that at some point. This is definitely a lucky find with all of this stuff here. We definitely spawned in a good place with lots of stuff for us. Now I'm going to go back to the map, and I'm going to try to find a village. All these little orange spots are pumpkins, which are really good for us. So we want pumpkins because they make us lots of money. They're a good starting point. But before we do that, I'm going to go ahead and chop down a couple trees like you do in typical Minecraft fashion. And then I think we're going to go ahead and start out with a boat to try to find a village as quickly as possible. Ooh. All right, so there's a well over that way, so I'm going to go down. Try to be as careful as possible. Jump in the water there. All right, so we're going to start off making our crafting table here. And then we'll work on a boat. So we can find a good location to start. Oh, there's slimes out. So whenever you see the red, that are creatures and mobs that could come after you. Slimes are pretty good though. And what's really nice about this version is typically mobs will not spawn on the surface. So you don't really have to worry about that. There is a wandering villager, a traveling one. Ooh. That is not where we want to go. We definitely do not want to get over there where pillagers are. Now, pillagers won't just spawn in the typical world. So I think we're gonna just try to go around them pretty quickly. We have some pillagers off to this side that we're gonna try to leave be. As you can see, lots of red popping up on the map. And we have another big course over here. See if we can get through. Alright, it looks like there's a house over to this side. We can go check out. And since I have some books in my hand, I'm going to go ahead and read them real quick. Oh, look. It's a little ferret. So cute. And a little hamster. Hello, friends. Let's see. We have a pot, chocolate tart, some preserve jars with some strawberry preserves in them. We kind of have like a little baker's house here. Doesn't look like anybody's home. Oh wait, there is something here. Oh, there's a little slime. See, I'll get rid of these twigs here. Hello, little slime. Alright, so we have uncovered a little more of our map. I'm still trying to look for a village, so I think we're gonna go ahead and try to go around this way and see what's around here with our boat. take another little boat ride, shall we? And as you can see around us, ores and things will light up at night, so that is really nice. You can see them. And like I said before, we're not worried about mobs spawning on us. Even though it's nighttime, they do not appear on the surface. Though, if we were to go down into a cave, then we would run into them spawning. And you still have to be careful because drowned can still show up underneath of us as we go. Hopefully, we won't run into any that we need to worry about. But you never know. See how we're doing. Are we... Oh, look right there. That is a village, so we need to turn back. We did it. We found a village. Now, you do not have to live by a village, but I kind of like living by a village just because it's easier to get different resources. And now we begin the long journey up the hill. Do 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 do. Let us find the village. We're doing pretty good time-wise, too, on finding a village. Sometimes they can take a really long time. But I have found getting into a boat and then going really does help. A lot of times you can find a village a lot faster that way than just going completely by foot all the time. Ooh, and they're over here by lots of lavender, which is beautiful. I'm gonna try to find a spot that I like that maybe we can set up near them, but we don't have to be like right beside the village. Maybe off in the distance just a little bit, but still close enough. Some lava out there. There's a sign. Well, not a sign, but a lamppost. Show our village is near. Hello, little sheep. Oh, and lots of pumpkins. That is great. That's going to make us a lot of money here soon. So let me take a peek at what we're looking at. I like the idea of living kind of up this way. So we're still super close, but a distance away. I think that's where we're going to head. So right in here. We're by a lot of resources, still very close to the village. And we have a nice little area here that is a little flat that we can also build out to make it a little more flat through here, which would be perfect for a house. And we're surrounded by lots of pumpkins, which will be great for a moneymaker at the very start of the game. I'm gonna clear some space out real quick. I'm gonna eat some potatoes here. And then we're going to look at our quest book. So with this mod pack, specifically, you have quests that you can do. So let's go ahead and open that up here in just a moment. Actually, I'm going to put down a couple barrels. Just thinking about it, so we can put our resources down already. Put our beds up for now. Let's go ahead and put all our money in here for now. In our iron. Now, all these books we are going to read, so I'm going to go ahead and pull those down. I'll go ahead and put our planks and things and dirt and all of our food up here. Except for maybe the bread, so we have it. Seeds will go up through here. Reserve. Our chest, our signs. So really, I'm putting just about everything up through here, keeping a couple things. Can take our twigs back there too. Okay. So most everything is done. I am going to go ahead and read our books real quick. So those will give us skills. And then we'll go ahead and open up our skills book and take a look. So right now we have 2 skills in farming. So that will give us +1 for our axe efficiency and also help with our shovel efficiency. We have no husbandry skills at this time. We do have 2 mining, which will help us with pickaxe efficiency and with fortune. We have 1 in fishing, which helps us with luck. We have 3 for adventuring, which helps us with ranged, looting, and ranged damage again. And then that is it for now. Now we'll open up that quest book. So you start off with your welcome page. We'll go ahead and look through all of this, and I'm not going to read everything, so if you want to pause it and read it yourself, you're more than welcome to. So welcome to Sunlit Valley, where farming meets lightly industrialized capitalism. Expand your farming empire and become wealthy in the process. This quest book will give you an introduction to the concepts of the pack and serve as a journal for your collectible items. So already you start out with rewards of dirt, oak saplings, tree fertilizer, and a bundle. This is a more peaceful experience. So Sunlit Valley is a more peaceful oriented mod pack. This means inventory is kept on death, though your full durability will be lost. Mobs don't spawn above ground. Phantoms and pillager patrols no longer spawn. Creepers are festive. This doesn't mean that there's no danger, however. The underground, nether, and skull cavern are as dangerous as ever. And then we do have transportation, though it does cost a lot of money to buy into it. Here's a little bit about how you can claim chunks if you want to pause it. Here's more about chunks and what they offer. The Spice of Life is different types of foods, so we'll get a food book from that. This is how to configure the pack if you wanted to go ahead and pause it and look at that. Here is about how to mute different sounds. This is about shaders, if you wanted to read a little more. For server owners, so here's some information. How to pre-generate the Skull Cavern is here as well. And then the last thing I will talk about is shipping and currency. Many recipes in this pack are modified or require currency, like games such as Stardew Valley and Harvest Moon. Exploit the earth for profit. So we completed our welcome. Now we do have a getting started. So we did make our crafting table already, so we do get 4 cheese sandwiches to get us started. And then our next task will be to make any wood tools, so we'll get started on that here momentarily. There's also some advanced farming information. We did look at a slime here, so it does tell us a little bit about slime ranching. And slimes are lovely creatures that produce a valuable byproduct when fed, plorts. They start out as wild, but once you feed them a food in their diet, they will be tamed and won't despawn. They're simpler than farm animals, though you may find they cause a bit more chaos. So along with that, just like Stardew Valley, we also have a community center and we have bundles that we need to finish. So the big one is our pantry. We are currently in spring, so these are some of those spring crops that we are going to have to do, and we'll get more into them as we go. So you can see up in the top right, we have our map there where you can see different things. And then in our top left, it does tell us it is currently early spring day 2. So we do need to pay attention to what crops we can have and also how far along we are in the season. Each season is 30 days. So to get started, I'm going to go ahead and plant some of these trees down. And I just kind of put them randomly for now. And then I'm going to go ahead and get started on getting some of these pumpkins up. Well, I should put our crafting table down. And maybe make at least one wooden tool to get us started. I'll go ahead and make a couple. Whoops, what am I doing? Forgot how to Minecraft for a second. There is an axe, pickaxe, shovel, wooden hoe, and last but not least, our sword. Now what's really nice about all these is they do not break, though we cannot just go and get stone here and turn it into a pickaxe, a stone pickaxe, and all of that stuff. There is a little different way of actually getting those set up and upgrading our tools. So I'll have to share that with you once we get a little further in. So it is a little harder to upgrade, but nothing actually disappears. You don't have to worry about you using them up like you do in your typical Minecraft fashion. The durability is going to stay. So right now I'm going to keep looking around for more pumpkins, and then I will show you why here in a little bit. Also take out this mushroom here. So the more pumpkins we get right now, the better off we'll be, because it will help us, like I said, with our currency and making a really nice profit. And if we pull up the map, we can actually see all of the orange all around us is different pumpkins. So I might even want to go up this way a little bit to grab those pumpkins that are a little bit above us. It looks like there's a decent amount over here. Yes, there definitely is. Then once we're done collecting pumpkins, maybe we'll go ahead and visit our village. Ooh, when you see little spots like this, you dig them up and there is a surprise inside. So we got some raw gold from that, as well as a bony slime heart. And if you can see, if we were to sell this right now, that would be $1,152. Now, to show you with the pumpkins and why they're so nice to have in the beginning, this large pumpkin slice, just for one, is $80. If you click shift and hold it, it's going to show you how much that whole stack will sell for. So right now we have $1,920 just in this stack of the large pumpkin slices, and then another $2,400 in our stack of pumpkins. So it is a great way to make a good bit of money super fast in the very beginning of the game. All right, we collected up those pumpkins. Like I said, I'm going to make our way back over here where we started. Well, there's more pumpkins, so I might just grab them up as well. Like I said, I really want to make a good bit of money at the very beginning of the game if we are able to. The more pumpkin harvesting is done. All right, so we need to turn this way to go back to our house. Even though it's not really a house yet. It is just a spot. So let's open that quest book. We have a couple more things done. So upgrading your tools past would require a smith table. At higher tiers, it will require a smithing template purchased from a blacksmith villager. Tools can be repaired on an anvil infinitely, and enchantments also carry over when upgrading. Search for an item in the item list sidebar and left click on it to see its recipes. So we do get a brass coin as well as a smithing table right away. So here is how we get started making money. We'll need a shipping bin. If we click on this, we need a chest and a trap door, which we have lots of chests from looting. So I'll just also need to make a trap door. And then put them together and make us a shipping bin. And like I said before, the first thing we're going to go ahead and ship is going to be those pumpkin slices, and I'm going to go ahead and throw in the slime heart as well. Look at our other quest here. That does give us some turnip seeds, which can be sown in the spring. So we'll make sure to get those down. We do get a watering can because unlike vanilla Minecraft, crops need to actually be watered to grow. Farmland won't be hydrated from nearby water. They can be watered using a watering can, and you can also get sprinklers just like in Stardew Valley. Every morning at 6 a.m., farmland will dry up and the crops will grow on your farm. If the farmland is dry, your crops will die. You also want to make sure when you start putting them down, it's somewhere you want to stay, just because if you go off on an adventure for a very long time and don't have anything to water those crops, they will die. Also, there are 6 tiers of coin. So here, right here are their values for everything. You wanted to look. And because we got 4 brass coins already, we can get a bank terminal. I'll go ahead and get that up. With coins in our pocket, we have enough capital to start spending freely. We can start a village with a blacksmith, an essential villager that can help you upgrade tools, open geodes, and get to the nether. See the villagers chapter in the quest book for more information. So we can start our own village if we want, and that's also why I picked to be close to a village as well, just for extra villagers. And then we will need to construct our own farmhouse. So our task for that is to get 64 cobblestone, which we are really close to lots of cobblestone, as well as 10 fire logs. So we'll work on that shortly. Also preparing our fields, we have our hoe, and our reward is some cheese sandwiches. And we also want to start farming, so we need to craft a market to buy seeds. So we will need a chest and 4 zinc coins to go around that. I think, yes, we do already have zinc coins, so I don't have to try to make that happen. Oh, and we do need a chest. I have those as well. That's why I kind of save those chests instead of using them right away. All right, so that got us starting on farming. So we do get a calendar as well as a seed pouch for completing that. So upgrade our watering tool, any fruit trees, getting an iron sprinkler, crafting a preserve jar, crafting a farmer villager by using a composter, having bone meal, and upgrading our hoe will all get us to the next parts of this. So I'm going to try to clear off a space where we can do some farming. Maybe even slightly over here. Just so we're a little closer to a water source. And I'm going to try to do this fairly quickly so that our crops will be good before the 6 a.m. time. To get these 16 down in. I can't remember if we have any additional crops at this time that also go in the spring, so I'm going to check that real quick. Oh, we do. We have strawberries. That is summer, so we cannot use those. I want to try to get some of these strawberries in as well. We have 2 more, so I'm going to try to get those down. Again, trying to get everything done before that 6 a.m. time where everything resets. We'll grab up some more water. Hello, little crab. There's so many fun and cute little animals through this too. Now I think I'm going to put our feed person over this way. Hello, Pierre. Oh, that reminds me so much of Stardew. And as you can see here, it's going to show you how much everything is worth. If we actually put down our bank terminal, which I think I'm going to put right beside our shipping bin, just so anytime we make money, it goes right in. So now if we head over here, you're going to see how much money we currently have, which is 856 before we have anything sold. This is just what we've kind of looted. And then it also shows you the price of all the different seeds that you can get during this time. There are also different fruit trees. You can also get additional villagers if you need it, and also different saplings depending on what you need as well. So it's kind of nice to have everything available to you as you need it. And then we'll kind of wait for that 6 a.m. time. While we're waiting, I'm just going to go ahead and chop down some trees. Get some additional resources for us going. We're getting closer to that 6 a.m. time. I really like this version. It's just such a peaceful version of Minecraft where if you really just want a chance to build and enjoy, kind of create something a little different, this is a great mod pack to play with. All right, it is almost 6 a.m. so I'm going to go over to our crops to kind of show you how that works. While we're here, I'm going to eat some bread. So once it hits 6 a.m., you're going to see we're going to get money for our stuff that is in the bin, and also our crops are going to become dry again. There it goes. And, oh, well, perfect. It actually started raining, so we do not have to water our crops. So if it rains, they get watered for you. But we did make $9,000 in currency. So I'm going to go ahead and take that out of our shipping bin. And then I'm going to go ahead and place that right into our bank. And there we are. Now that did unlock a couple different things for us. Also, if you ever wanted to come through here and look at the guides, they do talk a little bit about villagers and what you're looking for. Also about building tools, transportation, equipment, creatures. They have a little bit of everything in here if you wanted to take a moment to go through them, go through the task, and see what all you have to do. So it's a nice way to do different quests and kind of play a little different than maybe you have before. So once you see a lot of these out in the wild, you're going to get different things for seeing them, which is really cool. And our village might actually have some of these different golems and stuff to look at, so we'll definitely have to go out there and look and see what they have available. Also, the building shop is here in case you wanted to look at any pre-built buildings and what they look like. You can check that out. which is really nice to have everything in one spot. So today, I guess we'll focus on getting our 64 of our cobblestone, and then also work towards getting our logs as well. So this is going to take a minute, but we'll get through it fairly quickly. All right, looks like we have plenty of cobblestone. So we're just gonna go get a couple extra logs. So then we can look at making our farmhouse. I still haven't taken you guys to the village yet, I know. We'll get there. Our first set of fire log. All right, so that's 7 out of 10 so far. 8 out of 10. So we need to do a little bit more chopping. I need 2 more. And now we can turn in for our farmhouse. Go ahead and submit both of these in. And now there is a lot of choices to be made for what kind of farmhouse we would like to build. So I'm going to head to the building shop and take a look at the different farmhouses that are available. So this is a Tudor farmhouse. So we could have a Tudor farmhouse as our option. There's also a cherry farmhouse, a Siberian farmhouse, a prismarine farmhouse, that's very beautiful, an alpine farmhouse. Oh, I really like that one. That's very beautiful. In Tantra farmhouse. Bavarian farmhouse. Ooh, that's really big. A Mason farmhouse. There is the Vibrantown farmhouse. That's pretty. A bamboo farmhouse. And an arid farmhouse. So lots of different options for you to choose from. So you can choose whichever farmhouse you like. So I'm going to let you guys help me figure this out. I'm going to let you guys help me figure out what farmhouse we're going to build. So let me know down in the comments below which farmhouse you like the best. Go back through, look at them, see which one you like. And then that's where we're going to stop for today. And then when we pick back up in the next episode, we're going to explore more of the town. We're going to go into the village, and we're also going to work on building whichever farmhouse you guys choose for me. So please let me know what you think. We're going to be building that right through here. I want to know what you think we should be building. Thank you guys for joining. I really appreciate it. I hope that you have a wonderful day, evening, or night, whichever one it is where you are in the world right now. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'm excited to continue this series, and I'll catch you guys next time as we make this place super beautiful. Bye, guys.